Just a minute. You must be off your trolley, Wallace.
Do you wish to confess, Mr. Panea?
Of course I do. I mean, I don't. I didn't thump no one, I mean.
But you did have a motive. You resented Mr. McBiscuit for vandalising your sandcastle.
That's enough. It's obvious Mr. Panea ain't guilty. He were holding me hand the whole time. That's right. Soon as the lights went out, he clutched me hand with a grip like a buzzard. I tried to shake him off, but he wouldn't let go till the dark lifted. He were right here beside me the whole time.
Is that true, Mr. Panea? Then it seems you have a cast-iron alibi, which clears you of the accusation.
It was Felicity Flit.
Wallace!
Is that true, Miss Flit?
Of course not. Why would I hurt poor Duncan?
Rumour has it Miss Flit and Mr. McBiscuit are old friends.
More than friends, I'd wager.
Duncan is just a friend. Just like Wallace is a friend. Oh, at least I thought he was. Perhaps I was mistaken.
It was Mrs. Gabberly.
Ooh, how could you say that?
I'll ask the questions. Duncan McBiscuit did insult you, did he not, Mrs. Gabberly?
Aye, happen.
And that made you angry, did it not?
Aye, happen.
So, you were insulted and angry.
Just said so, didn't I?
Insulted and angry enough to kill.
Don't be daft. No one's been killed. He took a clout at noggin, that's all.
You seem to know all about it, Mrs. Gabberly. How come?
Wait, I can say for certain that Mrs. Gabberly is not the thumper. When the lights went out, I took Winnie's hand. I didn't want her to feel frightened, and she stayed right there beside me till the lights came back on.
That's right.
You're a lucky woman, Mrs. Gabberly. Seems you have what we in the business call an alibi. No accusation can survive in the face of a strong alibi.
The fan did it.
Oh, did it blow Duncan away?
I'm not a fan of this theory, Wallace.
It was Major Crumb.
Nonsense! It was spies from abroad!
The Major had no cause to thump Duncan.
Unless the Major was confused. Perhaps he mistook Mr. McBiscuit for one of those spies of his.
Mistake a 20-stone Scot for a native of the South Seas? Have you lost your mind, Constable?
The slide did it.
Of course. Duncan fell down the slide, slid to the beach, and were buried on impact. You're incredible, Wallace.
Aye, as in not credible at all.
It was Poogie Woo and Tinky Wee.
Two wee pups laying Duncan low. That's daft, that is.
Aye, silly that.
The very idea of accusing my dear doggies. How absurd!
Aye, quite absurd. Absurd, eh? Nothing is absurd before the law.
Here we go.
It is the absurd claims the law takes most seriously. For if the absurd cannot expect justice and a fair hearing, then who among us can?
He's got a point.
We must treat this accusation according to the law. The law requires proof. Proof requires... hold on. Proof requires three things. First, the motive. Why did the suspects thump Duncan McBiscuit? Second, the weapon. What was he thumped with? Third, a witness. Who can collaborate, corroborate, back up your accusation? Do you have a motive, a weapon, and a witness, Mr. Wallace?
I'll just recalibrate the inference-ometers. There we are.
What'll it be? Motive, weapon, or witness?
Where to begin? Of course. Now we'll get the facts.
Get what facts?
The weapon. I've determined the weapon.
Well done. Tell us what you Podge and Winky T used to thump Duncan. Well, out with it, man.
Just a moment. Do you have anything resembling a weapon, lad? I could use one sharpish. The weapon is this toy shovel.
You honestly expect us to believe that little piece of plastic knocked Mr. McBiscuit out cold?
Just trying to dig out the truth, Constable.
When you're in a hole, Wallace, the best advice is stop digging.
This weapon you're suggesting don't hold water.
Ooh. Oh, it was working.
All right, that's enough of that. Everyone can go about their normal business, but remember, nobody leaves the house until the mystery is solved.
Once I have the deductomatic properly calibrated, this case will be elementary, dear Gromit, elementary. In the meantime, why don't you, sniff up some clues for the deductomatic to process, eh, lad? You might start with the constable there. I expect he's got some juicy leads.
I've got the suspects right where I want them, written down on me official constabulary notepad. I'll crack the case with this, I will. It's got to be one of these three, but which one? Ah, the motive. Likely to be some physical object. I remember a case a few years back where the motive was a turnip, with two blokes claiming the growing rights. Right, the weapon. I'll wager it's a blunt object. Your more polite objects rarely do much thumping. Yes, the witness. Likely to be a person. Your vegetables and minerals don't generally have much to offer in the way of witnessing.
I'm afraid our supper gong won't be seeing any more use this evening. Those are artificial flowers, lad. Attractive to the eye, but not to the nose, eh? That's my automated ocean breeze simulator. Silicon flowers. Lovely, but not particularly fragrant. Simpler times, eh, lad? Watch your step, Gromit. That's a slippery slope. It's on the blink at the moment, I'm afraid. I'll get it working soon enough, never fear. Who would have thought our little do-it-yourself beach resort would be the scene of a crime? All we need to solve the mystery is a motive, a weapon, and a witness. The deductomatic should convince the constable soon enough, eh, lad? Just a bit more tinkering and I'll be solving mysteries left and right. Maybe we'll find out where you buried that last bone of yours, eh? Don't fret about the thumper, old friend. I'll identify the culprit soon enough.